Hello, welcome to lift class. Today we are resistance training, and you did catch mind class yesterday. You heard me talk about how today we're going to do unilateral lifting, which means we're going to do one side at a time, okay? So when we do that, we've got to make sure that our posture is nice and tall, our core is tight, or we start, lopsiding ourselves, and we don't want to do that. So every lift today that we do, you are going to try to hold yourself upright. Even if you have a weight moving on one side, we don't want to be moving this way. We want to be nice and tall and upright here. So I'm going to give you some options today after our warm-up. We're going to work the right side first, and you have an option to either stand or come into a half kneel. Obviously, if you have bad knees, don't come down into the half kneel, stand. I am going to show you the exercises probably both ways, okay? Let me fix something on the screen here, and then while I'm explaining here, go ahead and get out some weights. I have a 1.5, 1.8, 1.10, 1.12, and 1.15. So I would suggest, you really only need one weight from each set of dumbbells that you have. So pull those out. I intend on using my 5 for one of the exercises, especially the first time through, and then I'll see after that if I want to increase it. But we are going to go through all of the moves on the right, all the moves on the left, and then we don't get to repeat. Sorry. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a variation of kind of the same movement. So, for example, in the first exercise, we're doing an Arnold press. So your palm turns in, and then we turn and press up. When we go through the next set of movements, it's going to be a hammer press. So we're still working a shoulder. Similar movement, we've just changed the rotation of our wrist, our fist, our palm, okay? So pay attention to those little change ups. We're going to be doing upper, upper, lower, upper, upper, lower, repeat on the other side, okay? And then a new set of work, upper, upper, lower, upper, upper, lower, repeat on the other side. And then we do kind of like a combination bonus at the end. So make sure that you have something that's going to challenge you, okay? It's going to challenge you. So I'm going to start us with the warm-up. I do have a mat to put off to the side. I do have a little thing for my knees. When I come down to kneel, water and a sweat towel. Start your watches on traditional strength training, or if you have like weightlifting or resistance training, you can do that as well, okay? So go ahead and start your watches. Equipment should be out by now, hopefully, right? And I will start our clock. Let's see if the beeps will turn louder. Find out. Nope, not really. Okay. Clear out your space. We're going to walk out, out, in, squat. Out, out, in, squat. Out, in, squat. If it's more comfortable for you to walk out, squat, then walk in, out. So you're in a wider squat, that is fine too, okay? Hopefully that made sense. Out, in, add a squat in there. And then we're going to take a lunge to the back. Step in, open your chest. Lunge to the back. Step in, open your chest. Lunge, step, open. Lunge, step, open. We're staying nice and tall with our posture. Shoulders are always stacked over your hips. I want you to keep that in mind today as we go through each exercise. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. All right. Monday, you did shift class. Tuesday, you did mind class, and today we're doing lift. You should feel really good after finishing all of them. If you haven't done them all, go back. I promise you what I put together in the 3 days, go ahead and walk out to inchworm. What I put together in the 3 days should complement each other, okay? So we did a lot of core yesterday and the day before. Today, we're going to do a lot of body. We did a lot of legs the past 2 days as well, and today we're going to do a little bit of lower body. But our core work was Monday and Tuesday. Definitely Monday, my obliques were really sore after Monday's class, our stop and go and all those hovers, and side planks, and all right, stay down here. We're going to come into a low lunge, open, switch, low lunge, open, switch, okay? So what I want us to do here is just warm up the legs and the hips a little bit and the shoulders, okay? So let's think joints right now. Hip joints, shoulder joints, getting some fluid going in each of the joints. It warms them up, gets them ready to move. Go ahead and walk yourself up to standing. So maybe it's a hand on the thigh, big step up. We're going to come into a bent over position. Arms are going to drape down from the shoulders, okay? We're going to pretend like we're rowing wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Release. Long neutral neck. So shake your head no, shake your head yes. Chin up. Squeeze. Release. Let's work on activating our back muscles. Squeezing the rhomboids, the muscles between your shoulder blades. Your upper and mid back. Squeeze. Belly button drawn in, core tight. You're folded in half right here from your hips. So you want your chest to come down, you want your tailbone long. Okay. Thumbs up, feet about hip width. Hinge forward. Come back on up. Okay. Flat back, long spine. Bow chest, shoulder blades pulled together in the back, okay? So we call that retraction. Retract your shoulder blades back. Pull them together like this. They're here normally. Pull them together just a little bit. Thumbs up. You can have open hands or clenched fists with the thumbs up. You nice big stretch through your hamstrings as your chest comes forward. Give me one more. You're pouring. Pops, okay, basically, but you're tilting your body in order to pour it. All right, first exercise is shoulders, then we go into biceps, and then we go into legs. So, for my shoulders and my biceps, I'm going to keep it between a 10 and a 12, okay? You choose what you're going to do. You're either standing or half kneeling, so whichever knee is down, that's the weight, hand your over the weight. And so let's say right leg, right arm, palm facing in, turn, press. We have an Arnold press here, okay? This is the Schwarzenegger. Turn and press. Turn and press. If you are doing this in a standing position, you're standing straight and tall, feet underneath your hips, or you have a staggered stance, trying to stop yourself from swaying side to side. Press, turn and press. This is a roll through the shoulder joint. Turn and press. Turn and press. Now lower the weight, full curl. Elbow tucked into your side. You're standing. Again, you're either feet underneath your hips here, or you can take staggered stance to stop yourself from swaying back and forth, okay? Preferably, if you can get down on a knee, get down on a knee, if you can, okay? Our count today is 30 seconds of each move. And when we get to legs right now, it becomes 1 minute, okay? So this would be the only time if you want 2 weights, you can. Otherwise, we're coming rear lunge, step in. Rear lunge, step in. You're gonna hold your weight in the opposite hand. You're gonna keep your shoulders up, right over your hips. Step down and back. Step down and back. We're here for 1 minute. You're gonna push your weight into your front heel, you step up. So the knee that was bent, which was on the ground, was your right leg. Your left leg you're working now, yes? You got up in the same way. You will get a 30-second rest after this. I really wish I had a heavier weight. That's okay. 12 was okay. All right, pause for 30 seconds. So now you kind of see upper, upper, lower. Same thing, no moves. we're going to do, and I'm going to show you from the side profile, you're going to lay yourself down on your thigh, and you're going to wide row, one arm. And you're going to come up tall, hammer curl, one arm. Working back and bicep. Again, I'm going to try my 10. Okay, so lean forward on your thigh, wide row, one arm. Squeeze your shoulder blade towards the midline of your spine. And if you're standing, you're really lunged over almost in a flight position. Okay, right here. Lean forward, work your back. Row your elbow wide, 90 degrees. Now come tall, hammer curl, elbow tucked into your side. So now we have our hammer head up. Hold on. Pause. It's actually a kickback, I apologize. I was reading the wrong thing. Okay, tricep kickback, one arm. Straight back. Save your bicep. Let's do back and tricep now. Kick it back, kick it back, kick it back, kick it back. You got it, sorry about that. Okay, I was like, why are we doing another bicep? You're coming up to stand tall. We're gonna side lunge to your left. Side lunge, step in. Side lunge, step in, okay? One weight on the inside of your bent leg, right towards your shin. Push off your heel, step in. All right, only one mistake so far. We got this. We're going to put this on repeat and we'll just do everything on the other side. So we've done it once. Let's see, I've used a 10 and a 12 so far. What have you used? If it felt good, use it on the other side. If it didn't, you can adjust. If you need to grab weights, you have 30 seconds right now. Switch out what you need, okay? Same thing, other side. So we've got our other knee down now. You guys have 20 seconds still, so just breathe. Remember, we're gonna go into the Arnold press next, I'll tell you when. And then we have our full curl. And then we'll do our lunge. And then our row, our tricep kickback, we're gonna get it this time. All right, ready, set, go. Half kneeling or standing, feet under your hips, a staggered stance, rotate press, palm comes facing back in. Okay, rotate press, roll through your shoulder joint, control the weight. Your core is tight as your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Bicep curl is next. Go ahead and lower your weight, elbow tucked into your side, and let's curl. Palms up. Control the curl. We're only here for 30 seconds, so nice heavy weight. And time, come on up. We're lunging. So this has the weight in it. If you lunge back, step up. Lunge back, step up. Lunge back, step up. We're kind of counterbalancing our leg that's in the front. Dig your front heel into the ground. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips. All through your spine, crown of your head, coming up towards the ceiling. Your front heel, step up. Back leg's there for balance. Breathe. So you've done our leg moves. This is all that we're going to do is lunges and side lunges. We're not changing that. We're going to work the same muscles. And the next set of work, changing it just slightly. So let's finish our row and our kickback and our side lunge on this side. You have 30 seconds to rest. Switch out any weights if you need to. Or get yourself into position and just breathe, water, sweat. probably don't need 30 seconds, but that's what they gave us on the clock today, so we're gonna take it. Whew. All right, so again, we're gonna lean forward on our thigh, whether you're in a standing position or a kneeling position. We're gonna wide row. I'll go off to the side. Use my 10 for this. Okay, ready, set, begin. Row, 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 row. Shoulder blade pulling, squeezing towards the center of your back, your spine. Elbow comes out wide. You're feeling it more in your shoulder. Either bend forward a little bit more. Fine. Okay, so kick back. So fold forward, hike it up. I got it this time. Kick it back. Kick it back. And your elbow is straight behind you right now. Okay? And if you're in a standing position, you're here. You can be here. You can't get your elbow down there, okay? But just be bent over. Kick back, use the back of your arms. And then we're headed into a side lunge. We're going in this direction now. So this weight comes next to this calf. Bend this leg, push off the heel, stand up. If you need to get a heavier weight, go grab a heavier weight. We get a chance to do more of these and work our legs today. Back of the leg, glute. Back of the leg, your hamstring, and your rear is where I want you to be feeling this right now, okay? Think back or tight. Think back or tight. My butt goes back. I bend my knee and keep it over my ankle or in front of my toe here, in line with my toe, and come up. Think back, off your heel. Okay, same muscle groups, a little different movement like I told you. We're gonna start with a hammer press, so it's like a hammer, right here. And then we go into a hammer row. So pick out the appropriate weight for that, and then we go reverse lunges. Okay, so let's go back to our right side. If you're kneeling, and in your half kneeling position, you're standing, get yourself ready. Let's start from here and press up, tuck it back in. So from your rib cage, elbow at the rib cage, full press. This is your train, chugga chugga choo choo. Train pull, train horn, right here. Side, shoulder, get your shoulders over your hips and stop from swaying. Challenging part. Okay, next up, hammer curl. Elbow tucked in tight. This is for real, hammer curl this time. We're supposed to be doing it now, right? Starting to feel fatigued in my bicep. That means I picked the right weight. How about you? A little bit harder each time. All right, so either stick with that same weight or switch it out for your reverse lunge. We're taking this leg down and back, step it up. So it should be your right leg down and back, step it up. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips, step it up. Stepping up in your front heel. What else can I tell you? Core tight, all the reminders. Try to even out your shoulders. You're not like this. You need more balance. An arm out, and your hip, hold your earlobe, all sorts of different things. You should feel this in the back of your leg, and a little bit in your butt. Really push your heel on the ground and feel it in the back of your leg here. Last one. All right, pause for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna do the same thing the other side. Actually, we're gonna do a row. I did this wrong, gosh darn it. I'm like so into what I'm doing that I just did it wrong. Okay, that happens sometimes, right? Okay, bent over row. That's where we're starting. I know what I did wrong. It's okay, deal with me. We got this, ready? Bent over row. Bent over row. So you're pulling your shoulder blade again towards your midline. This time we're just more narrow. I meant to go narrow and then the tricep, and then wide, and then a different kind of tricep, but you'll see. It's okay, we're just gonna keep it this way. Row, I'll get it right next time, promise. I overthink it. It's okay, we're working here. We've got back working, using your back muscles here. All right, this is where I'm switching out to a 5. You need to quickly grab a lighter weight because we're coming out. Remember when we were rolling out wide like this? Hold your elbow there, kick it out. Kick it out. We're doing a wide tricep kick out. I move to a 5. You can use a 3. You're really trying to push yourself, grab an 8. You see how nicely that would have worked out though, had we done a wide row and then that. Actually, it might have worked out for a benefit. We're not totally fatigued. Side lunges are next. We're going in this direction. So to your left. Step it up. Left. Step it up. I'm trying to use directions with you today because I know you're going to be like, wait, did I do that arm? Did I do that leg? We're stepping out with your left. That's the only bad part of unilateral work is you have to remember like which side did I do. Hopefully it all makes sense because the one leg is always back. Push off your heel, toe forward, butt back. Push yourself back to stand, catch yourself. Feeling in the rear, feeling in the back of your leg. All right, let's pause here for 30 seconds and regroup. Starting with our choo-choo press. We're going to our left arm this time. Hammer curl. Lunge, step up. Roll with your left. Wide tricep with your left. Side lunge to the right. Okay, that was my preview of what's to come. All right, back to our choo-choo press. Elbow bent in at your rib cage. Press up. So palm is facing inward. Hammerhead, it's a hammer press, think of it that way. Hammerhead facing up. So if you have a decently strong shoulder, you can push a good amount of weight. If you're working on building your shoulders, use a medium weight. And if you're new, use a light weight. Okay, now let's hammer curl. Elbow tucked into your side. Curl, lower, control with your bicep. Clear your space if you can. Get ready to do our lunges next. Hello, biceps. If you're feeling these yet, did you grab the right weight? 3, 2, 1. Step up, step back. Okay, and shoulders stacked, posture tall. Step up in your front leg, working the back hamstring. Push your front heel into the ground, core tight. I like that we're here doing legs for like a whole minute. I wish we actually had done arms a little bit longer. I don't mind these exercises. But maybe that means I should have gone heavier. That makes sense? So if you go back, do this routine again because you like it, you're like, oh yeah, working each side actually helps my imbalances, makes me stay more centered and stable through my core. Come back and do it. Maybe next time with heavier weights. All right, pause for 30 seconds. Whew. We've got our bent over row, our tricep. Set up your weights for that, and then our side lunge. Okay. When we're done with this, we have combos. So we're not finished yet. We've got a little bit more to go. Okay. Breathe, breathe, breathe. A bent over row. If you are standing, you can always take it right here. If you're standing, you can take your tricep right here, okay? Otherwise, half kneeling. Go ahead and lean forward. Row. Row. So you're taking your weight kind of towards your hip bone. You had a pocket in your pants. You want to kind of take it right above pocket. Elbow comes up. Pull behind you. Shoulder blade is really what we're working on. Using your back to pull towards your midline. Okay? And then let's go ahead and come out wide like we were doing our row. Wide row. Take it out. Actually, I like that I screwed this up. Because if we did row straight into this, I think it'd be even harder to do this one, quite honestly. So maybe making a mistake was to our benefit today. So this feels awkward. If you feel awkward, it's okay. It does feel awkward. But you know what? That awkward thing works. Helps me figure out, all right, we're going this direction. Figure out where maybe I have some issues in my body, which I know is my shoulders. And that kind of a hinge, the way that we were hinging that way. My elbow, my shoulder. So I should work on it. I should be able to do more than a 5 there. And if I can't because of joint pain, then I need to work on it. There's an imbalance, which is something we find out when we're doing something like this unilateral work. So we're now stepping to the right. Breathing, taking your butt back. My dog is up there whining. If you hear something, it's my dog. He wants to go out. He's gonna have to wait. All right, we have 30 seconds to rest and talk about our combos. We're going to do curl, turn, press. So basically we're adding a bicep curl with our shoulder press. We're gonna go into our lunge, first lunge, and then we're gonna go row, kick back, row, kick back, okay, with our back and our tricep, okay? Then we'll do our side lunge. So let's start half kneeling, weight in your right arm, curl, turn, press, come back and reverse. So full curl, turn, press. Try not to sway or rock your body, elbow in tight to your rib cage. You want to counterbalance yourself with your other arm. Keep going. They tell you we're here for a whole minute. I should have said that. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta switch up my weight, go ahead. We got 15 more seconds. Woohoo! There it is. One more. All right, go ahead and step up into your lunge. There is no combination on our lunge, it's just your lunge back, step up, okay? Ready, set, go. Lunge, step up. Lunge, step up. It's your left leg on the ground now. Find some balance. Your legs getting tired at all? Strong legs. Shoulders over your hips. Lunges are my least favorite. But I do them because I know I need to. The back of my legs had been weaker than the front. Now I think lately my back of my legs have been so sore, I think I'm overusing them. So we tend to have weak, tight hamstrings. Let's work them. Go strong, and then we'll stretch them out when we're done. One more lunge right here. Okay, you get to pause for 20 seconds, and then we're going to stay on the same side for 60 seconds. Row, kick back. Row, kick back. You're bent over, or half kneeling. You keep both weights nearby. You start with a 12 and then maybe move to a 10. You're bent over on your leg, row, kick back. We've got row, pull with your back, extend tricep. Again, we're here for 1 minute. So, you need to adjust a weight. Adjust your weight. Pull, kick back. Pull, use your back muscles, squeeze it. Back, use your triceps, squeeze it. Pull, pull, kick back. We're halfway there. How we doing? Butt's starting to drip now. So my breathing this whole time was at a pretty moderate place. I was using a moderate weight here for the amount of reps that we're getting in. It's a lot of volume on our muscles. So you can rate yourself today, your exertion based on that. And your muscles fatiguing yet? Last one. Are you doing okay? Headed into our side lunge, we're going to the left. Is your heart rate up? Are you sweating? Are you breathing at like a moderate pace? Not too heavy, but also not like you're, just taking a leisurely walk. If you're not there, if your heart rate isn't up, and you're not kind of breathless right now, maybe your weights aren't heavy enough. It's time to invest in yourself. Grab some heavier weights. Something else, if you don't have heavy weights, you can always make a weight by, taking a 10 and a 3, trying to hold it together in one hand. I know that's hard on your grip, but it is something you can do. Make like a 13. I'm telling you, the extra weight does help. We're going to pause for 20 seconds, do everything we just did on the other side. So when you're ready, you're going to come to your half kneeling position or stagger your stance. Stand with your feet hip width. And remember, we're going to do our full curl, turn, press. Ready, set, begin. Curl, turn, press, right through your elbow joint. There was the beep. I started 1 second early. Curl, turn, press, curl, turn, press. This is all controlled. Your shoulders are still stacked over your hips, your weight's slightly ahead of your forehead. So if it's coming behind you when you press, try to push it slightly forward or definitely overhead, okay? Not back behind you. We're halfway there. Curl, turn, press, come back and reverse. Curl, turn, press. Try not to rock or sway your body. That's you. You gotta use a little bit of your core stability and squeeze through your center. Squeeze your legs, dig your front heel into the ground. Stop yourself from swaying. We're almost there, 10 more seconds. Come on, right through it with me. Did you pick a good one? Did you grab a good weight? And time. Right into our lunges. So right leg's forward. Step up into your right leg. Press your front heel into the ground. You're stepping up a stair. You're tall with your posture. Maybe you have groceries in your hand. You're stepping up. Stepping up. You have a drink platter. That's how tall and upright I want you to be. Push into your heel. Step up. 20 seconds left. All said and done. I know we have 2 more moves left in this combo. I like this one. I love unilateral work personally though. If you're somebody who likes this, come back to it. I like it because it does, go ahead and stop, point out wherever I might have something funky going on. I am a lopsided person. Both sides of myself are not symmetrical. Most of us are. So you'll know that about yourself. All right. We're back down, row, kick back. Ready? Set, lean forward, row, kick back. Squeeze your shoulder blade, kick back using your tricep, squeeze the back of your arm. If you missed any classes from this week, Tomorrow's your catch-up replay day. Feel free to go back to them. If there's something that you did in the past that you like to, go back and do it. Or maybe it's your rest day, that's fine too. Enjoy your rest day. We're halfway there with our pull, kick back. Row, pull, kick back, press. Roll, pull, kick back, press. Here comes the sweat dripping right off my nose. When you're leaning forward like this, it helps the sweat drip off. Kick back 10 seconds. Back, tricep, back of the body. Side lunges are last and next. So stand up. We're stepping out to the right. Push off your heel, toes forward, butt back. Sink back, chest still stays lifted, okay? Off with your leg. You're bending your knee and your hip, okay? And your balance. Knee and hip. I can do it. There we go. I found my balance. I had to squeeze my core a little bit. I had to squeeze my glute a little bit on the way up. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. I think my forearm's getting tired. You made it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's clear off our space and stretch out now. So let's see. Yeah, definitely my forearms feeling it. Shoulders, biceps, triceps, back. Hey, we did a ton of plank work past 2 days. Our chest got the work on that one. So we didn't target the chest today, that's okay. We did everything else. So let's stretch some things out. Your hamstrings, your glutes, your biceps and your triceps, okay? So if you're down on the ground, that's fine, stay down. If you're standing, that's fine, stay standing. We're gonna drape one arm across, get our shoulder blade, our back stretched out. So all I did was just take my arm across, let it kind of sink down, and give a big hug, okay? You don't have to have a bent elbow wrapped around you, just let it sit there. Ignore the beeps. Give it a nice pull, and take it up overhead. Pat yourself on the back for such a good job. And then you can take your hand wrapped around your elbow. A little bit of pressure, not a ton, but mostly just reach with your fingertips down, get the back of your arm, your tricep stretched out. If you want to make it a little deeper, you can take a little side bend as well. Let's switch and do the other side. So drape your arm across, just hold it, hug it right here. Let it be a little bit loose, and then grab it. Give it a big hug. So you're really stretching through your lat, your rear delt, the back part of your shoulders, biceps. Your biceps should be all getting a little stretch here. Breathe. So now you've recovered your breath. You shouldn't be breathing too heavy anymore. And take your arm up overhead, pat yourself on the back. Oh yeah. And then just a little bit of push on your elbow joint. So notice how I completely cupped it. So I'm not like pushing. I have my hand nicely just, I would say like hugging my elbow with my hand. Okay, release. Roll your shoulders down and back, open up your chest. Or pull down and back. Release it. Round out your spine forward. You can come from side to side. I stopped that clock because it's starting to really leaps. You can roll from side to side, opening up your shoulder blades. And hold and switch. All right, let's come into a forward fold, chin up. So kind of like how we did those T hinges like this. So let's take our hands to the floor and support ourselves if you can make it to the floor. If you're not at the floor, maybe take a step wider. Now can you make it to the floor? Fingertips, toes forward, tailbone back, chin up, flat back, that's fine. If you're on the floor, you can just do a forward fold from a seated position. You don't have to come all the way up. And we can cross legs and stretch. If you're on the floor, you can just stay in your seated position, stretching forward. maybe one leg at a time. Do a straddle and go from side to side. Let's switch and cross over the other way. Both feet, try to put even amount of weight, 50-50 between both feet, flatten to the ground. Then fold. Then if you're sitting, come into a figure four. If you're standing, come into a figure four. Sink it on down and back. Open up your knee, open up your hip. You can hold on to something like I am. Switch to the other side. Like I said, if you want to come down the floor, come down the floor. All you want is for your knee, your calf, to be parallel to the ground. Parallel to the ceiling if you're on the floor. And then if you're on the floor, you can lay on your side. If you're standing, grab your foot, knee down, straight towards your other knee. Quad stretch. I'm going to make it a little deeper. A little deeper. Switch into the other side. I'm going to make it deeper. Just push into your hand. Back a little bit with your leg. Pull your leg back. So don't lean back with your upper body. Okay, big side bend reach. Get your obliques. Center, other side. If you're on the floor, you can also just do this like a swaying palm. Release, take a nice big breath. Exhale. Fantastic job today. Thank you so much for joining. Again, replay is available to you anytime. You play your own music, and I will see you back here on Friday for kickboxing. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Bye.